Welcome to Mental Health is True Wealth. I'm your favorite autonomy coach, AB, aka your mental health personal trainer. And welcome to the session. So, I'm going to give you 5 tips on improving and helping to maintain your relationship at optimal level. Now, I told y'all I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. So through my research, I was actually looking for a few key things that people who had been in a relationship 20 and 30 years felt like was most important. Of course, when you talk to people, everyone's going to say communication, communication, communication. Well, let's break that down. You can have a conversation with the person, but there's a few things that have to happen in order for that communication to be effective. So communication is very important in a relationship. But let me give you 5 solid tips that's going to help improve your relationship. So the first one is respecting each other's differences. I don't care how much you think you and your partner are the same. Oh my God, that's like my twin. Y'all are going to have differences because guess what? You weren't raised the same. You didn't go through the same things. You're not currently probably in the same phase of life as each other. There are going to be differences. And let's just be frank with it. What starts arguments? Differences. Y'all don't argue about the same points that you share. You argue about the differences that you share. So, the key thing is learning how to respect each other's differences. I might not like this. I might not agree with this. I might not even understand this, but I respect that this is your point of view. And I'm going to validate your emotions, that this is true for you. So, 1, respecting each other's differences. Moving on to the next, fighting fair. So we already established that differences is the basis of an argument. So arguments are going to arise. If someone is in a relationship that has no arguments, y'all might want to examine your relationship and come on to A&R Health and Wellness. You believe that y'all are in a good spot, but there's probably something in there hidden that's making you not argue. One of y'all are probably, or either both of y'all are not as invested. A relationship is going to have arguments. It's how you argue that makes the difference. So you start getting in an argument with your partner and immediately you start going in on them. Everything that you see is wrong with them. You're a weak leader. You don't stand up for me. You don't dress well. Your breath stink. That's why you lost your job back in 2005 and I had to support us. Hitting below the belt. You have to learn how to actually have an argument and fight fair. Whatever is the issue that's on the table, address that. Don't deflect. Don't bring up the problem that you had 2 weeks ago that you didn't address. Fight fair. Have the conversation, discuss the difference, and then move forward. And you're going to be able to do that when you actually fight fair. Now, when you start hitting below the belt, that's where we start holding a little resentment inside us. Because we remember those words, because those words hurt. You know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. That's a lie. That's a lie. Get in an argument with a woman and she starts slaying that mud. Boy, it changes to a whole new ball game. Now, they might not be able to beat you up, but them words will cut you deep now. So fight fair. Don't fight to hurt your significant other. One of you state a problem, one of you listen and validate the problem, and then you move forward. Again, empathy. I understand where you're coming from. I hear your complaint. Let me work on that. Fight fair. Third, give them what they need and not what you think they need. I had this problem really bad in my relationship. So I would always go out and do little acts of kindness, and it wasn't received the way that I expected it to be received. Well, the problem was I never asked her what she needed. I just assumed, let me do this because this is going to make your life easier. And in fact, I probably doubled her work. So instead of trying to guess, there are some areas in the relationship where you need to take an initiative. I'm not saying never take an initiative, but you want to start taking initiative once you've actually learned your partner and you know exactly what they need. So you have to speak to their love language. This is a part of getting to know your partner. Once you know what they need, not what you think they need, then you can move forward and actually take initiative. So give them what they need versus what you think they need, because it will leave a major void in you when you're presenting and showing up in a manner that you think is appropriate and it's not being received. Because I ain't gonna lie, you start looking at your shorty like, you ungrateful. And it's not that. It's not that I'm ungrateful. You didn't give me what I needed. So that's 3. 4, talk to each other with intention and purpose. Some of y'all being in relationships just because you want to be in a relationship. I think y'all like hitting that Facebook button that says, I'm in a relationship with such and such. But that thing keep changing like every 5, 6, 7 days. You know, you're changing these relationships like draws. And I don't want you to get older and be alone because you played so much during the years where you should have been investing in someone that was going to be a lifelong partner. So while you are in a relationship, date with intention and purpose. Have meaningful conversations. Actually get to know that person through and through. And do it with a purpose. Last but not least, and probably the most important tip that I could provide for you, is to never stop dating your significant other. So you see how we just talked about dating with intention and purpose in a relationship? It sounded crazy, right? Because I said date, and you're like, I'm in a relationship, I'm not dating. But you should always be dating the person. That person is going to evolve. And while they're evolving and changing, you need to be learning who that person is, so that way you can continually give them what they need versus what you think they need. You will learn that person's love language because it will change. I don't know about y'all, but me personally, as I get older, my taste buds change. Everything about me is changing. I used to didn't like spinach, right? Some childish stuff. Now I like spinach. Saute me some spinach, boy, I'm gonna tear it up. So your partner is going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be evolving and they're going to be changing. And if you're dating throughout that season, you're going to start to be able to learn, okay, my partner is changing. Let me adjust. What it took to get that person is what it's going to take to keep that person. You got to keep applying pressure, big dog. A relationship is work. See, the problem is people think that relationships is these fairy tale, happy all the time, butterflies in my stomach, nervous when you come around, and that's not the truth. Relationship is a commitment that I am going to do the work that it takes to continually fall in love with you over and over and over again as you change. But you have to apply the 5 tips that I gave you for you to be able to do so. So I don't want y'all to keep missing this advice. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can catch the next video and keep getting these amazing tips on how to make sure your relationship progresses throughout the seasons. Don't forget to comment. I'm interested in hearing what my viewers have to say. If you think I missed something and you've been in a long-term relationship and you've had that longevity and you notice a different tip, please apply it. This is shared knowledge. We want everybody in the group to grow, right? Come on down and visit me at A&R Health and Wellness, book a session, subscribe to my videos. This is your favorite autonomy coach, AB, and I'm out, y'all.